Hey Aquarius, come sit with me for a bit because what just came through in this reading is something I really need to share with you. You know those moments when you feel like someone is hiding something from you? Like there is this whole unseen dynamic playing out that you are not fully aware of? Well, the cards are pulling back the curtain today and showing us exactly what is happening in the energetic space around you. This is about someone who wonders why they cannot get close to you, why they cannot penetrate that brilliant mind and independent spirit of yours. And trust me when I say the reason is far more layered than you might think. This reading is going to explore the karmic threads that are woven into this situation. We are talking about someone who is actively hiding, someone who knows on a deep level what awaits them if they step forward, and here is the thing, they are being watched. Not just by you, not just by the universe, but by forces that are holding them accountable for their actions and intentions. The energy here is intense but also incredibly revealing. And I think by the time we move through these cards together, you are going to have such a clear understanding of why this person cannot approach you the way they might want to, and why karma is playing such a significant role in keeping them at a distance. So let me pull the first card for you, and honestly Aquarius, when this one came out I just paused for a moment because the message is so direct. The first card I am seeing here is the Knight of Swords, and this card is showing me someone who operates with incredible speed and mental intensity. This is a person who moves fast, thinks fast, and often acts before considering the full consequences of their actions. When I look at this energy in the context of your question, I am seeing someone who wants to charge toward you, who has this impulse to cut through whatever barriers exist between you two. But here is what is fascinating about this card. It is also revealing that this person is being held back by their own patterns. The Knight of Swords can represent someone who is aggressive in their pursuit, someone who uses their words as weapons, or someone who approaches situations with a kind of mental sharpness that can feel cutting or even hurtful. What I am picking up here is that this person wonders why they cannot connect with you because on some level they recognize that you see through their tactics. Aquarius, you have this incredible ability to perceive truth, to cut through illusion, and this person knows that. They know that the usual games they might play, the usual ways they might manipulate or control a situation, simply do not work with you. You are too perceptive, too detached in the healthiest way, and too committed to authenticity. This Knight of Swords energy is showing me someone who might have approached other people in their life with a certain level of aggression or intensity and found success, but with you, they hit a wall. Not because you are defensive, but because you simply do not engage with that kind of energy. There is also this sense that this person is hiding their true intentions. The Knight of Swords can be someone who presents one face but operates with a completely different agenda underneath. They might come across as direct and honest, but the speed at which they move, the quickness of their words, often serves to distract from what they are really after. I am seeing that this person has a history of using their intellect and communication skills to get what they want, and they wonder why those same skills do not work on you. The answer is simple: you value substance over style. You value truth over cleverness, and this person cannot hide their lack of depth from someone as perceptive as you. The karmic element here is really important to note. This person is being watched because their pattern of behavior has created karmic debt. Every time they have used their words to manipulate, every time they have moved too fast without consideration for others, every time they have prioritized their own agenda over genuine connection, they have accumulated karma that now follows them. And when they look at you, when they consider approaching you, there is this energetic barrier that they cannot quite name but they absolutely feel. It is the universe saying, not this one, not with these intentions, not until you clear your karmic slate. I am also seeing that this person is aware on some level that engaging with you would require them to be accountable in ways they have avoided before. You have standards, Aquarius, not in a judgmental way but in a self-respecting way. And this person knows that approaching you means they would have to rise to meet those standards. They would have to show up with integrity, with honesty, with genuine intention, and quite frankly, they are not sure they can do that. So they hide, they watch from a distance, they wonder why they cannot get close, but the real question they should be asking themselves is why they are not willing to do the inner work required to approach you with clean energy. The Knight of Swords is also telling me that this person might be engaging in some form of surveillance or observation. They are keeping tabs on you, watching what you do, who you interact with, what you share publicly. There is this quality of being monitored by them, but here is the twist: they themselves are being watched by higher forces. The karmic watchers, if you will, are observing this person's behavior and ensuring that they do not bring harm or chaos into your space. You are being protected, Aquarius, by energies that recognize your value and your light, and they are not about to let someone with unresolved karma disrupt your peace. Moving to the second card, I pulled the Seven of Swords, and this is where the theme of hiding becomes crystal clear. The Seven of Swords is traditionally associated with deception, sneakiness, strategy, and taking what does not belong to you. When I see this card in relation to your situation, it is confirming that this person is absolutely hiding something. They are not being transparent about their intentions, their feelings, or their history. There is a sense of someone trying to sneak around, trying to find a way to get close to you without revealing their full truth, and the cards are exposing this behavior completely. What strikes me about the Seven of Swords here is that it shows someone who thinks they are clever, someone who believes they can outsmart the situation or outsmart you. They might be presenting themselves as harmless, as friendly, as someone who just wants to connect, but underneath there is an agenda that they are keeping hidden. This could be emotional, it could be physical, it could be related to what they want from you in terms of energy, attention, resources, or validation. Whatever it is, they are not being upfront about it, and that lack of transparency is exactly why they cannot truly connect with you. The Seven of Swords also speaks to someone who has a pattern of taking shortcuts, of not doing things the honorable way. This person might have a history of relationships or interactions where they took from others without giving fairly in return. They might have a pattern of starting things they do not finish, of making promises they do not keep, of presenting an image that does not match their reality. And here is where the karma comes in so strongly. Every act of deception, every moment of dishonesty, every time they took something that was not freely given, it has all created this web of karmic consequence that now surrounds them. What I am hearing from the cards is that this person knows what awaits them if they approach you honestly. They know that you would see through their facades, that you would ask questions they do not want to answer, that you would require a level of authenticity they are not prepared to offer. So instead of rising to that challenge, instead of doing the inner work to become someone worthy of your energy, they choose to hide. They choose to observe from a distance, to wonder why they cannot get close, but they are not willing to remove the mask and show you who they really are. The karmic watchers are absolutely on this person. The Seven of Swords carries this energy of being caught, of plans being exposed, of deception eventually coming to light. Even though this person thinks they are being clever, even though they believe they are keeping their true intentions hidden, the universe sees everything. And more importantly, you have spiritual protection around you that prevents this kind of energy from infiltrating your space. You might not consciously know all the details of what this person is hiding, but your intuition knows, your higher self knows, and that is why there is this natural distance between you. I am also seeing with the Seven of Swords that this person might be dealing with guilt or shame about their past actions. They know they have not always operated with integrity, they know they have hurt people, they know they have taken advantage of situations, and when they look at you, they see someone who represents everything they have not been. You represent authenticity, independence, integrity, and that reflection is uncomfortable for them. It forces them to confront their own shortcomings, and rather than doing that inner work, they prefer to stay hidden and wonder from afar why they cannot connect with you. The third card that came through is Justice, and this is absolutely the karmic centerpiece of this entire reading. Justice is card number 12 in some decks and represents the universal law of cause and effect, the idea that every action has a consequence, and that balance will always be restored. When justice appears in a reading about someone who is hiding and being watched, it is telling us that this person is in the process of experiencing karmic return for their past actions. What I am seeing with justice here is that this person cannot approach you because they are still entangled in the consequences of their previous behavior. They might be dealing with situations from their past that are demanding resolution, they might be facing accountability in other areas of their life, or they might simply be carrying the energetic weight of their unresolved karma. The universe operates on a principle of fairness, and before this person can move forward into anything new or genuine, they must first settle their karmic debts. Justice is also showing me that this person is aware they're being judged. Not by you necessarily, but by a higher power, by their own conscience, by the people they have wronged in the past. There is this sense of being in a courtroom, energetically speaking, where all of their actions are being weighed and measured. They know that if they approach you with unclean hands, with unresolved karma, with hidden agendas, they will be held accountable. And perhaps that is exactly why they hesitate, why they hide, why they wonder from a distance instead of stepping forward. The beautiful thing about justice in this reading is that it is affirming your protection. The universe is not allowing someone with karmic baggage to disrupt your peace or manipulate your energy. You are being shielded by divine law, by the principle that only those who have done the inner work, who have cleared their karma, who approach with genuine intention, can truly enter your space. This person wonders why they cannot get close to you, and the answer is simple: they have not yet earned that right through their actions and their energy. Justice is also speaking to the fact that truth will prevail. Whatever this person is hiding, whatever deception they are engaging in, it will eventually come to light. The scales always balance, and the truth always emerges. You do not need to chase answers, you do not need to investigate or confront, because justice ensures that everything hidden will be revealed in its own time. Your role is simply to maintain your boundaries, trust your intuition, and allow the universe to handle the karmic accounting. I am also seeing that justice is affirming your own karmic cleanliness in this situation. You have not engaged in games, you have not manipulated, you have not hidden your truth. You have operated with integrity, and because of that, you are protected. The karmic watchers see your light, they see your authenticity, and they are ensuring that only aligned energy can approach you. This person wonders why they cannot connect with you, and part of the reason is that your frequency is simply higher than theirs right now. They would need to rise to meet you, and that requires karmic clearing they have not yet done. The fourth card here is the Page of Cups, and this is interesting because it brings in this energy of emotional messages, of feelings that want to be expressed but are being held back. The Page of Cups often represents someone who is young in their emotional development, someone who has feelings but does not quite know how to communicate them maturely, or someone who is carrying an emotional message they are afraid to deliver. In the context of this reading, the Page of Cups is showing me that this person does have genuine feelings or at least some level of emotional interest in you. They are not completely cold or indifferent, there is something real underneath all the hiding and the deception and the karmic baggage. But here is the thing, those feelings are immature, they are not fully developed, and they are not being expressed in a healthy or direct way. This person might want to reach out to you emotionally, they might want to express interest or vulnerability, but they are afraid of what that would require of them. The Page of Cups can also represent someone who is easily influenced by their emotions, who makes decisions based on feelings rather than wisdom, who might have romantic or idealistic notions that are not grounded in reality. I am seeing that this person might fantasize about connecting with you. They might imagine scenarios where things work out beautifully, but they are not willing to do the practical work required to make those fantasies real. They want the emotional reward without the emotional responsibility, and that is simply not how authentic connection works. What is really coming through with the Page of Cups is that this person is being watched not just in terms of their actions but also in terms of their emotional intentions. The universe is monitoring whether their feelings are genuine or whether they are simply seeking emotional gratification for themselves. The Page of Cups can sometimes represent someone who wants to play with emotions, who enjoys the chase or the fantasy more than the actual relationship, and I am getting the sense that this person has some of that energy. They like the idea of you, they are intrigued by you, but they are not prepared for the reality of actually being in your life in a meaningful way. There is also this message with the Page of Cups that any communication from this person would be immature or incomplete. If they were to reach out, it would likely be tentative, unclear, emotionally unprocessed. They might send mixed signals, they might say one thing but mean another, they might test the waters without fully committing. And here is where your wisdom as an Aquarius comes in. You can sense when someone is not operating from a place of emotional maturity, and you simply do not engage with that kind of energy. You are not interested in games, in half-truths, in people who cannot show up fully, and this person knows that on some level. The karmic element with the Page of Cups is showing me that this person needs to grow up emotionally before they can approach you. They need to do the work of understanding their own feelings, of learning how to communicate honestly, of developing the emotional maturity required to engage with someone as self-aware as you. Until they do that work, they will remain in this state of wondering, of hiding, of being unable to bridge the gap between you. The karmic watchers are essentially saying, not yet, this person is not ready, they have not done the inner work, they have not cleared their emotional immaturity, and you deserve better than what they are currently capable of offering. The fifth and final card is the Wheel of Fortune, and this is such a powerful card to end on because it speaks to cycles, to karma coming full circle, to the idea that what goes around truly does come around. The Wheel of Fortune is about destiny, about divine timing, about the fact that the universe operates according to laws that are far greater than our individual wills or desires. When this card appears in relation to someone who is hiding and being watched, it is confirming that their karmic cycle is turning, and they are about to experience the consequences of their actions in a very direct way. What I am seeing with the Wheel of Fortune is that this person is at a turning point. The way they have operated in the past, the patterns they have engaged in, the karma they have accumulated, it is all reaching a point of return. The wheel is turning, and they are moving from a position where they thought they could hide, where they thought they could avoid accountability, into a position where everything is being brought to light and they must face what they have created. This is not punishment, this is simply the natural law of the universe ensuring balance. The Wheel of Fortune is also telling me that there is a reason why this person cannot connect with you right now, and that reason is divine timing. The universe knows that you two are not meant to interact until certain karmic lessons have been learned, until certain cycles have completed, until this person has cleared their debt and risen to a higher level of consciousness. You might wonder sometimes why this distance exists, why this person does not just step forward and be honest, and the answer is that the timing is not right. The wheel has not yet turned to a position where healthy interaction is possible. I am also getting with the Wheel of Fortune that you are being protected by destiny itself. There is a larger plan at work here, a divine orchestration that is keeping you safe from energies that would not serve your highest good. This person wonders why they cannot get close to you, and part of the answer is that fate, karma, the universe itself is preventing that connection until conditions are right. You do not need to force anything, you do not need to figure anything out. You simply need to trust that the wheel is turning in your favor, that you are protected, and that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. The Wheel of Fortune also speaks to the watchers, to the forces that are monitoring this situation and ensuring karmic justice. This person is being watched not just by you, not just by people in their life, but by the universe itself. Every move they make, every intention they hold, every action they take is being recorded in the karmic ledger, and the wheel will turn to deliver exactly what they have earned. If they have been deceptive, the wheel will turn to expose that deception. If they have been selfish, the wheel will turn to teach them generosity. If they have avoided accountability, the wheel will turn to demand it. What is beautiful about this card in your reading, Aquarius, is that it is affirming your trust in divine timing. You do not need to chase anyone, you do not need to figure out why someone is hiding or what they want from you. You simply need to stay in your lane, continue being authentic, maintain your boundaries, and trust that the Wheel of Fortune is working in your favor. The karmic watchers see you, they value you, they are protecting you, and they are ensuring that only those who have done the work, who have cleared their karma, who approach with clean energy, will be able to enter your space. So Aquarius, when we look at this reading as a whole, the message is incredibly clear. This person wonders why they cannot connect with you because they know on some level that you see through them, that you require authenticity they are not prepared to offer, and that approaching you would demand accountability they have been avoiding. They are hiding because they are carrying unresolved karma, because they have patterns of deception and manipulation, because they have not done the emotional work required to show up as a mature, honest person. And they are being watched, not just by you but by the universe itself, by karmic forces that are ensuring they face the consequences of their actions and preventing them from bringing their messy energy into your clean, authentic space. You are protected, you are valued, and you are exactly where you need to be. The distance between you and this person is not a problem to solve, it is a boundary that the universe is maintaining for your benefit. Trust your intuition, trust divine timing, and know that anyone who is meant to be in your life will show up with clear energy, honest intentions, and the willingness to meet you at the level of authenticity you naturally operate from.